Hello everyone, my name is Brad Snyder and I'm superintendent here in Albany-Floyd County Schools. We're excited that we're getting ready to start school again in 2020, and we know all of our teachers are really excited to see the students again, whether that's in-person students or virtual students. And through the course of the last couple weeks, we've had a number of parents send in different types of questions. I thought maybe the best way to approach that would be to just ask them or answer them as we go along. Probably the most common question I get is it safe to start school? Is it safe for the in-person piece? And I guess my answer to that would be, that's a very personal decision. Each person has their own set of guidelines and risk tolerance and beliefs. And I could use a metaphor of, do you believe it's safe to go to Kroger, or do you believe it's safe to go to Home Depot, those types of things. Some people are okay with those activities and others are not. And I think the same thing's true with attending in-person school. Some people have situations where they have people living in their home or compromised immune systems and different things that would make in-school uncomfortable or unlikely for success for them. But for the most part, I believe it is safe. I believe we do have a number of mitigation factors that we will do that will promote safety and promote confidence. Another common question is, what will the school be doing to ensure safety for the students and help mitigate the virus? Well, that list is a long list. But let's start with the obvious things. What I've been talking about with our staff is what I call the Big Four, and that I think if we do the Big Four with fidelity, we're going to be in good shape. And the Big Four happens to be, number one, if you are ill or presenting symptoms, or someone in your home is presenting symptoms, just stay home. This idea of pushing through it and this idea of perfect attendance and those kinds of things are not going to help us in the middle of this pandemic. So if you're ill or your child's ill or running a fever or presenting symptoms, just stay home. And that goes with our staff, anybody working in our buildings, and all of our students. The second big one would be personal hygiene. And I think we're going to do a good job this year of teaching our students, but be mindful of your sneezes, be mindful of your coughs, be mindful of hand washing, be mindful of using hand sanitizer. All those things help. The third next of the Big Four is social distancing. We've done the AB schedule in our secondary schools to help that. And wherever we can distance from each other, the better off we're going to be. And finally, the big one is masking. Wear a mask. We are going to allow for breaks, but we're going to be appropriate. We're going to use common sense. But masking is very important in the big scheme of things. In addition to the Big Four, I think you will see us, we've done lots of other mitigation and accommodations. We've tweaked and adjusted our air handling systems. We have tweaked and adjusted our fire and tornado drills. We have taken furniture out of classrooms. We've revamped our food and our nutrition programs. We're going to have seating charts on our buses. We've boxed up the water fountains. And so there are a lot of little things that we have done and will continue to do. But it really does come down to the Big Four. Staying home when you're sick, work on personal hygiene and health practices, social distance, and wear your mask. Another common question is about face masks and whether they'll be problematic and whether we'll really be able to do that. I don't think there's any doubt that the answer is yes, we will. Kids are very resilient. They want to be helpful. They want to please, and they've learned the behavior already. I see a number of students out in the community and in our churches and in our out in the public, and they've learned that that's the way society functions in 2020. So I think they're going to be fine. Our staff is very professional. They're going to be fine, and all we have to do is help them, teach them, coach them, and make a big expectation, and it's going to work. Another question that gets asked a lot is, what will we do if there is a positive case? We will immediately contact the good folk over at the Floyd County Health Department and get their good advice. We'll provide them with all the data that we have, seating charts, et cetera, for contact tracing so that we can contact those who may have also had an exposure from that particular individual. All of these situations are kind of case by case in terms of where the deep cleaning may need to occur, whether a temporary closure is appropriate, et cetera. But we will communicate with everyone because everyone's individual health is what matters here, and we want to do as good a job as we can being transparent and getting the good work out so that we can keep as many people as safe as possible. The probability of us having a positive case is pretty strong. The local schools simply reflect the greater community, and the COVID-19 virus is presently active in our community, so therefore it's going to be in our schools. But with each positive case, there's a story behind it, or there's a set of parameters or specifics that become unique to each person's story or each case. And in that case, we're going to work with our Floyd County Health Department, get guidance and explain the situation. We're going to encourage that the individual, whether it's staff or student, seek their own medical advice. We are not doctors here, but we will consult with various professionals and make the appropriate decision, and then we'll communicate to whatever population needs to be communicated. And that could be many things. That could be a small group such as a team, a sports team or something like that, or maybe as large as an entire school, but it will be a case-by-case situation and be fact-sensitive. Final thoughts. This has been a difficult year for everybody, and we've taken our time to improve our understanding, read the science, read all the guidance, and we've planned and we've prepared, and I feel good about where we are. It's a new start, right? We're going to have new kindergartners, and our first graders are now second graders, and our juniors are now seniors, and so what we have to do is do our best for them. I really do appreciate everybody who's paid attention and surrounded and supported us. It's been a big endeavor, but we're ready. We are ready to do this, and we're going to start, and we're going to execute the plan because the plan's a good one.